How does this keep happening? I have a variety of updates for you in this video, so let's get into this right away. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all of this information that is changing very rapidly right now. I'm doing all the research each and every day on your behalf, and I condense it down into these short videos so that you can get all the latest updates in the shortest amount of time possible as you watch these videos. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video, and let's get into this right away. All right, so one quick side note. I really hope that all of you are having not only a really nice day, but a very safe evening. There's some extreme weather rolling across the country once again, and it's getting kind of intense out there, which is really weird for this time of year. In fact, where I am right now, it is raining pretty hard outside, and it is windy, very, very windy. In fact, I have a window right over here to my left, and every so often, there is some rain that just smashes against the window. So if you hear something during this video, that is probably what you're hearing. So again, please stay safe out there. Wow, kind of weird stuff going on right now. Anyway, let's get into this and talk about many other updates with things going on right now. So let's quickly talk about the new Omicron COVID variant. Now, of course, we only have a handful of cases in the country so far, but according to all this research and everything that I've been looking at lately, they're still projecting a tidal wave. Yes, they're calling it a tidal wave of COVID cases that are still yet to come. Now, of course, I don't want to instill fear in anybody, and of course, I am certainly not a doctor by any means at all, but I'm just telling you, this is what I'm finding from the research. Actually, over in European countries right now, they're seeing massive surges of COVID going on right now. In fact, like record cases that they've never seen before. So, a lot of experts are actually predicting that this may be a very interesting winter going forward, as this is probably going to be happening here in the United States as well. Now, again, I don't want to instill fear, but yet at the same time, we still got to be aware of what may be coming to us, relatively quickly here over the coming months as the winter sets in. Or wait, what winter? Because it's still raining when really it should be snowing across many of the states out there right now. So anyway, weird stuff going on out there. All right, so let's quickly talk about the stimulus package. There's a lot of back and forth right now in regards to the stimulus package and if this thing will actually still in fact pass this year. It seems like every article that I look at and all the sources that I look at lean different directions. One says, yep, for sure, it's going to be passed next week. The next one I look at says, well, they'll probably pass it after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. The next one I look at says, yeah, it'll probably pass in 2022. And the next one I look at says, yeah, sorry, it's never going to pass. So, I mean, honestly, there are so many varying opinions right now. Honestly, my opinion on this, based on everything that we're seeing, Chuck Schumer still has plans to bring it next week. However, it could get extended out until after Christmas. It could get extended until next year. Honestly, we don't have enough information quite yet, but they certainly are going back and forth right now. There is a lot of tension across Congress with everything going on right now, and it's interesting to watch this play out. I guess you could call it interesting. It's actually just more frustrating watching this whole process play out because honestly, it's like, just do something. Either come together on an agreement and get it done, or just decide to extend it out until you can actually come together on an agreement. I'm not really sure what their plan is, but realistically, we need more information before we can kind of come to a consensus on what they're actually going to do. So, of course, just like everything, I'll watch it closely as I do research on everything all day long, every single day, and I'll continue to bring you those updates as we do get more information. All right, so let's quickly talk about low income for a little while here. So this is actually interesting, and really it's a sad situation. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. So here's what it comes down to. In October of this year, 19.8% of people experienced food insecurity. Now, when I say food insecurity, that simply means not having enough food on the table on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. So across all people in the United States, 19.8% of people, just across the board, everybody, experienced food insecurity in the month of October. However, check this out. If we actually narrow that down to anybody with an income under $25,000 per year, it actually jumps from 19.8% all the way up to 27%. So 27% of anybody with an income under $25,000 a year experienced food insecurity. Now, this is not abnormal, as we've been seeing things like this go on for many, many months now. In fact, it's still very elevated continuing on today, and it's been elevated for a very long time. So basically about 1/3 of our population, well, let's just be real, it's probably more like between 1/4 and 1/3 of our population, especially low income, are experiencing food insecurity every single month. That is not fair, right? Again, not a good situation. So that's a report that I came out with that I just found a short time ago, and I wanted to bring that to you because, as we see in all the reports, it's real. The numbers that we see, all of the information, the stats, all the surveys, the reports, everything that we're finding out there is the actual real reporting on what real Americans are experiencing, especially low income. Now, again, here's what else I found too. With food banks and food pantries out there, there's an increased number of seniors, elderly, and people with disabilities going to food banks that have never gone to them before because, once again, they're probably living on a small fixed income like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, and a lot of these people have never visited a food bank or a food pantry before, but now, as a result of everything going on right now and prices getting away from everybody, a lot of these people are now visiting these food banks on a monthly basis because they just can't simply make it anymore. Whereas just like a year ago, year and a half ago, a lot of these individuals never ever even visited these food pantries. So again, it's a really scary trend to see this many people having to rely on these food banks because prices are just literally getting away from people. So, wow. All right. Let me talk about one more little thing here in regards to food. Again, now this is in reference to just one state alone. Again, as I find information, I know it maybe doesn't pertain to everybody, but I want to point this out, and something may pertain to everybody in this little portion here. So you might want to continue listening, but if not, that's totally okay too. I totally understand. I want to be respectful of your time as well. All right. So the state of Connecticut announced that they will be sending out emergency SNAP benefits today, actually. They should have gone out. So if you're in the state of Connecticut, you should have received emergency SNAP benefits today. The governor announced that they were sending out over $32 million out in the form of emergency SNAP benefits to about 213,000 households. So again, if you're somebody in the state of Connecticut and you receive SNAP benefits, you probably should have received that today because they said it was going out today. So that's great, right? That's good stuff right there. Now, here's one more thing. I've seen a number of people down in the comments section asking me, are they extending emergency SNAP benefits or what's going on? Here's the problem with this. SNAP benefits are administered on a state-by-state level. Even though it is a federally funded program, they're administered on the state level. So it is literally different in every single state. So it's really hard to say yes in one state and no in the other. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of different states, a lot of different territories, and all these districts and things like this. And it's going to be different in every single area, which is kind of frustrating about this project or this program is because I don't have one solid answer for you, right? It's like, well, let me look it up. I mean, California is probably doing something different than Connecticut. Texas is doing something different than Idaho, right? Ohio is doing something different than Florida. So every state is doing something different. So the best thing that we can do is maybe just do a simple internet search about your state and emergency SNAP benefits. From what I saw is it looks like a number of different states, maybe like what is the number even? Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember the number. Maybe it was like 16 different states, I think. Or maybe it was 22 states are sending out emergency SNAP benefits through the end of this month, like this month, and then they're ending. But then there's the other, 38 states or what? No, not 38, 28 states that are not doing anything. So again, it's just across the board, totally different depending on which state you're in. So again, if you're not applied for SNAP benefits, you may want to do that. It's totally free to do so, and you may just be able to get some food assistance on a monthly basis. If you want to check out SNAP, I'll give you the phone number, and I would highly advise just doing a simple internet search. Again, just read about the program if you haven't applied yet, and just check it out. If you're eligible to get some money, you might want to take it. But again, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's totally up to you, but I'm just saying, if you're eligible, you might want to consider it. I'll give you the phone number really quickly, and then I'll let you go. All right, so this is the phone number, and again, feel free to qualify this by looking it up online and just determining that the number I'm giving you is actually accurate. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, and I want to make sure that you are trusting me with the information I'm giving you. So the number is 1-800 1-800-221-5689. Again, 1-800-221-5689. That is the it's like the national number, I should say. When you call it, there's going to be an automated system that says, where are you from? Say your state, say, I'm in Texas, I'm in Florida, I'm in Alabama, I'm in Connecticut, whatever state you're in, and then it'll direct you to your local office, and then you can talk to a representative there. So feel free to check out that number online if you'd like. Otherwise, just feel free to look it up, online yourself if you want to. So anyway, I hope this helps you out. A lot of weird stuff going on out there. Either way, the moral of the story is people are struggling. There's no other way to put it. That is basically the moral of the story, and a lot of confusing information. But don't worry, I'm here for you every single day with all the latest updates to help out in any way that I possibly can. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe down below by hitting the button, and go back and check out some of the nearly 2,000 videos right here on the channel. Enjoy.